Hey, this is Jerry from King's X, and you're listening to the SPV podcast with Freeman.
Now let's go ahead and listen to the rest of the interview with Jerry from King's X. So what do you think nowadays about, the marketing of CDs and stuff? Like, you see your CD is coming out in the digipack and not just the, regular old jewel case. Is that something that needs to be done to make people want to buy the CDs? Or
Well, it's obviously a different world we're living in than, say, when CDs first came out.
Yeah.
And so when it gets right down to it, you have to play the game the best you can play it.
It's very true. And as far as, online presence and stuff, you guys have the website and the MySpace. Do you interact with the people on the MySpace, or is that kind of run by...
No, I do that all myself.
Okay.
My MySpace page is totally me, my personal one.
Well, now, on your personal one, do you have a lot of people, messaging you and asking you about King's X?
I do. I have a few.
And you answer everybody?
I answer pretty much everybody.
See, that's dedication right there.
And when I don't answer, then... maybe I will eventually.
Well, there you
go.
go.
I can't answer every single thing.
I mean, you're busy.
But I do read every single thing.
You're a busy person.
Yeah.
I mean, every comment, like all the ones that say, hey, check out my band. Or
Well, I mean, when I read those things, at that moment, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I will do that.
And then...
But sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it does.
Well, then maybe if you send Jerry a message, he may read it.
I'll definitely
He'll read it, and he may respond to you.
It's possible I'll respond.
There you go. Can you think back of, all the tours that you've done, and just, is there anyone that's, memorable? More so than any other one?
AC/DC was totally memorable.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
That was probably 90 or 91. Pearl Jam was definitely memorable.
Yeah.
Also in the early 90s. I mean, there's memorable moments from everything.
From every tour.
Really, there is. Scorpions we toured with, that was quite memorable.
Is there one crazy story that's something that happened on the road that sticks out?
Well, I know that we were on tour with AC/DC. When we played Germany, the people absolutely hated us there.
Really?
I mean, I think it was just whoever was going to open for AC/DC, they were going to hate them. And they ended up throwing things at us, turning their backs on us, yelling Angus our entire set. And I remember one night somebody actually threw a toilet bowl scrub brush up on stage. I thought,
how did they bring that into a show?
I don't know how that got there, but it was there, and it came up on the stage.
If I was you, I would have taken it and just started playing drums with it.
I wish I had access to it.
That would have been a good idea. Maybe that could be your thing. Now you could be playing, drums with toilet scrub brushes.
You need to come with me so I know the things I'm supposed to do.
I do.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting. I could see that right now. Jerry Gaskill from King's X endorses Rubbermaid scrub brushes for his drums now. Right now, let's take a listen to the track Move off the album 15, the new one from King's X, which is on Inside Out, and it's in stores now. I want to take this opportunity to thank Jerry again for sitting down with us here on the SPV podcast. I hope you enjoyed the interview, and we plan to have many, many more on forthcoming episodes of the podcast. Well, it's almost time for us to wrap things up, but right now I want to talk to you about releases that are in stores now on both SPV and Inside Out. First off, there's Whitesnake's new album, Good to Be Bad. We've also got King's X, which we've been talking about throughout the podcast. That album's called 15. The band Engel's got a new album out now called Absolute Design. They do have the In Flames connection, as Anders from In Flames produced that record. Also, we've got Dominici's 03, a trilogy, Part 3. That's Charlie Dominici, former frontman of Dream Theater. We've got the debut album from the French band Dema. Great album, very alternative feel to it. If you're a fan of A Perfect Circle, I think you'll be a fan of this record. One's called Building an Empire. That one's on Inside Out. And we've got the prog rock geniuses Beardfish with their album Sleeping in Traffic Part 2. For a complete list go to our MySpace, myspace.com/SPVUSA. You can find it on our Facebook page as well. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the SPV podcast. Hope you've enjoyed listening. And remember, free stuff just for listening. Send me an email, podcast@spvmarketing.com. One more time, that's podcast@spvmarketing.com. Make sure to include your contact info so if you win, I'll know where to send the prize. Once again, thanks for listening to the SPV podcast, and make sure to check out the great releases in stores now and coming soon from your friends at SPV.